Are we on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Microphone check. Lights. Cameras. Hit me. This is swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
If you're afraid to lose somebody, I think that is just the perfect song to just mistakenly share with the person. Okay, by mistake, just share with the person, and if the person doesn't come running back to you, then that means that your family people are at work. Your family people are wearing red socks, red socks and kambu. Anyway, we did mention that we'll be having a conversation with Kwabena Kwabena, and rightly so. Kwabena Kwabena is seated, and Ashis is seated as well. Let's have a conversation about artistry, music, and also talent management. Let's welcome them, guys.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. But before we get into the conversation, Kwabena Kwabena has made some money in his life. I bet on that, okay? Even though they are never open to telling us how much they make. But if you want to make some money as well, just as we are going to be doing through our LPMs, we have the right way for you. But for now, if you want tuition, okay, if you want to further your education, you can do that at Lancaster as a fraction of the cost. And Lancaster gives you up to 50% scholarship, and so that is exciting. Okay, you also get to study in a vibrant student community, and also you gain useful skills that will help you in the corporate world. It is only at Lancaster University. You also get to be taught by the finest faculty trained to UK standards at their ultra modern campus. If you want more information, you can visit www.lancaster.edu.gh, or you can email them at admissions@lancaster.edu.gh, or you can call 020-960-7008. That's 020-960-7008. And remember, the Lancaster University is the only British university campus in West Africa.
Okay, now we know that every time we eat, food and sugars are trapped between our teeth, leading to tooth decay, gum disease, and in some cases, halitosis. Okay, you know that your breath needs to be fresh, and so don't let me talk too much. You know that you need to brush your teeth every morning and night with Pepsodent charcoal or Pepsodent herbal toothpaste. For those of us who love the Pepsodent charcoal, it's made of a fine blend of fluoride with a unique combination of natural charcoal, lemon, mint, and zinc, meant to whiten your teeth and strengthen it. For the herbal lovers, you can also get the Pepsodent herbal toothpaste, which is infused with a unique blend of green tea and herbal extract, also formulated to repair and protect your gum while giving you an all-round cooling sensation. Always remember to brush your teeth again, morning and night before you go to bed. And you can call Pepsodent on their toll-free number 0800 161 000 to talk to a dentist for free. Also, whilst protecting your teeth, the oral care, you also need to protect yourself from germs and bacteria with confidence. Now, cleansed hand soap effectively kills 99.9% of germs with every use. Perfect for all your hand washing moments throughout the day. It's available in different variants. There's aloe vera, strawberry, vanilla, honey, antibacterial, and chocolate. Choose the favorite for yourself and your family. Make Cleanse your daily essential. Stay clean with Cleanse, the GC brand. It's all about you.
Now, circling back to money, the Vodafone or Telecel, Telecel More Money promo. The final draw is here. The excitement is at its peak, with over 50 winners having already walked away with 30,000 Ghana cedis each in the weekly draws. And we are getting closer to rewarding one customer with a grand prize of 1 million Ghana cedis in the Telecel More Money promo. That lucky customer could be you. So keep purchasing data, airtime, or reload your fixed broadband to get closer to becoming a millionaire. Now, the more you reload, the better your chances of winning. Don't miss out. Dial *500#, send win to 500, or visit the Telecel Play app to opt in for free. Join the Telecel More Money promo now and make your holiday season even more joyous. T's and C's apply. The promo is regulated by NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Telecel, connected energies, okay? We also have Betway, still on money, okay? Betway, we've all been there. You've placed the perfect multi-bet and it's going your way until it's not, and one or more picks let you down. Well, with Betway's Bet Saver feature, you can win even if your bet misses. Even on multiple losses, you can get your bet back and more. Bet Saver, exclusive to Betway, get way more. Terms and conditions apply. It's regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more.
Definitely get way more. So I did mention that we are going to tell you how to make some money. So we've done that. Okay, now for those who are just joining us, Kwabena Kwabena and Ashis are here. A talent and a talent manager who have succeeded in doing what they absolutely love to do. So let's get into the conversation, okay? Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
You're welcome once again to the show.
Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. How was your commute getting here? I like to ask that because I understand that it's early morning and
Yes.
also some artists are not exactly used to waking early.
You know, I mean, when the occasion calls for it, I mean, I try.
You try, eh?
to do what I have.
Okay. We appreciate that you
Thank you
are
so much.
here. Now I'm going to start by asking you how your 2025 is going so far and how was 2024 for you?
2025 has begun so beautiful for me. I mean, this year marks 2 decades of music in terms of me releasing my first album. Yeah, my first album was released in 2005. That is Aso.
Congratulations.
Yes, and this year marks the 20th anniversary, and I mean, it feels good. I feel special. 2024 was super amazing for me. I mean, I say, yeah, God did a lot for me in 2024, and I know 2025 is even going to be better. So,
Reflecting on the past 2 decades
Right.
and your growth from your very first album until now, what would you say are some of the major lessons that stand out to you?
I'd say silence is golden.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, I get what you mean. Also, because this is BTS conversation, I'm not going to put it out, but I get what you
Silence
mean.
is golden, and you work very hard whilst you're silent, because the work speaks for itself more than the talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I've learned in the last 2
Yeah.
decades.
I think
You mentioned that God did a lot for you
That's
in
right.
2024. Is that what also informed the release of Facheme, the song you have with Christiana
Yeah, Papa Chris.
or Papa Christie? Yeah.
Yes. I mean that actually is my appreciation to God for what He's done for me. I mean, throughout my career, and then again, it was it's been something which I told God that if I mean He's able to help me do albums past 6 albums, the 7th recording would be dedicated to God. So
Yeah.
so that's like a promise fulfilled.
Okay. I remember you also shared some time ago that you wanted to do a gospel album.
Yes.
How far along is
Yes,
that?
it is ready. It
Okay.
is ready, and we I mean, this year, to mark the 20th anniversary, I'm releasing 2 albums. That gospel
Okay.
album,
Okay.
and then the typical Kwabena Kwabena High Life album. This year. So we'll be releasing the gospel. It's I'll say it's an EP.
Okay.
It's not an album. It's an EP. It's a 5-track EP,
Okay.
which I want to dedicate to my maker. So we will release that in Easter. Yes. Yeah. with
Perfect
Management,
timing.
yes,
Okay,
exactly.
so one for the adults and then one for the
See,
spiritual,
it's all for
religious
adults.
people. But Ashes, having to hone and also be with a talent as big as Kwabena Kwabena, how have you done it over the years? And then also making sure that you are maintaining a certain level of quality when it comes to his brand.
Okay, he makes it easy. So you don't actually need to struggle to get the job done. because we're in sync in most of the things we do, and that's how come we've been able to come this far. We started off as young boys from Taifa St. John's, so the communication has always been there for us. We come like 2001 till date. So you
That's
should.
a long time.
That's very long time.
That's a long time.
Yeah, so he makes it quite. I kind of understand the direction he wants to go. You know, so it's easy to tailor measure exactly what he wants, and then you get it done.
Okay.
I
great.
wanted to ask him something. I think he mentioned Aso, and I mean, for that song, I can remember where I was the very first time.
Where
I
were
heard
you?
it. I was at the Goyle filling station.
Why are you pointing
It's the
out?
Goyle filling station.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I was with my dad.
Okay.
I was in the car, and that was the very first time that I heard
How
the
old
song.
were you?
And I was probably like.
Funny enough, I also heard it in Takoradi.
Yeah, I was in Takoradi.
Oh,
when I heard
yeah,
the song
okay.
the first time. I
Oh,
was
wow.
probably like.
I want to know
I was
the
probably like
stories.
8 years. I was probably like 8 years or something,
right.
8 or 9 years. And I
Aw.
remember, yeah. So for me, when they
8
called me-
years and you were listening to us.
no, I heard it. I was in the car.
Because it was with his dad, you can pardon him.
I happened
wow.
to hear it on the radio.
I feel
you know.
proud. I feel
Say
proud.
the truth, let's be honest. I was listening to it at that age. Like, I mean, it's great music that
Yes,
your parents
it
will
is.
listen
That's
to.
what I'm saying.
And so you hear it.
Definitely,
Yeah.
you know. So I mean, always seeing you is like having to getting to talk to you here is a full circle moment for me.
Yeah.
You know. So, and I think that speaking of the high life genre,
Yeah.
you've been one of the people that's continually like been very innovative with it. So I want to find out, my question is, how have you been able to do that while maintaining like its traditional, you know, the traditional elements when it comes to high life music? Because you continue evolving, and every time it sounds very refreshing, you know, to listen to you. So how are you able to do that?
You see, high life music is our culture. High life music is something which we can never do away with, and I want to believe that, I mean, forever high life music would be within Ghanaians. You know what I mean? So it's up to us to actually start to look at it with a very special eye. We do look at it, but then I my wish is for us to start to look at it with a special eye and embrace it and own it even more than we have done in the last few years. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
High life will always be here.
Because you talk about embracing it, right? I want to ask Ashes. You see, I think that in the past maybe 2, 3, up to 5 years, Afrobeats has been, you know, up and active, right? In the conversations really strongly. Has there been a time that, you know, you've pushed for Kwabena Kwabena to also just tap into that genre and then not just box himself into high life, although that is the genre that he has championed over time, either you or your team?
So the last album released, the Famisa album, was an experiment of many sounds.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, he went into
With
different-
many different artists.
many different artists. Yeah. He wanted to try different elements, but thing is, he believes in his high life, and it's always like a religion. First prayer is his high life, and then maybe we could tilt to other things to see. You know, he's music. He doesn't box himself. You know, despite the fact that high life is the thing that we all identify with him. You would agree with me that the song I just played, "Afraid to Lose You," is not your typical high life song.
No.
That's your R&B,
R&B,
or
yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
Kwabena as well.
Kwabena, and you know, he has different elements. That's like a proper musician that has sound in him. You know, if you were listening to great musicians like Fela, even though he was Afrobeat, he had jazz in him. He had the African types of songs in him, and that makes a great musician. You don't just vary one way, like this is where you want to tilt to. It will get to a point the ear gets tired of this particular sound. The ear wants this sound. So what are you going to do? Are you going to just cage yourself?
Yeah.
That has been the problem with most of, or some of our predecessors. You know, they never seem to understand the new rhythms. They always cage themselves in
To
what
one
they are
thing.
used to. You can tap into the new sound and then add your traditional thing that you are used to, and it flies.
Okay.
It works.
Now, this will be a question to both of you. Staying relevant.
Stay on yourself.
Staying relevant in an industry as this, right? Because we say that if there's any volatility, that has to come to play when it comes to the entertainment industry. I think musicians are on that receiving end as well, because you can be relevant today and then irrelevant tomorrow, okay? Just because you've not released a song that your fans, love or want to blow up or want to now binge listen to all the time. So that will mean that you don't have a hit song maybe in 2-3 years after releasing one, right? How have you managed to stay relevant, and then to also make sure that even if you are not releasing a song, you're still in the conversations, you're still making sure that your songs are being played? Because one thing is for sure, that even after 20 years, when Aso is played, people who were not even born at the time can sing a line or two.
Yeah. You see, the problem with recent times is the fact that we are enjoying fast food music right now. That's the problem. People want to just do music that will trend with a certain dance, will trend with a certain theme or something on TikTok, something on Snapchat. Like, it's all about to trend. So when you're thinking about trending, that means that every day something trends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The next day something else will trend. The next day something else will trend. So in that vein, you actually put yourself in a position for your music to be forgotten after 3 days.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I don't think about trends. I think about creating something authentic enough to make my audience enjoy, something which you can pick up any day, something evergreen,
Timeless.
for a better word. You know what I mean? So I managed to do that in that manner, and not thinking about whether I'm going to stay relevant or not. I'm just being an artist. I just want to create something beautiful. You know what I mean? So in that act, I believe that actually gets me to be around for that time, because you feel like, okay, let me listen to Fachemi, okay, let me listen to Meye, let me listen to Minewa, okay, I have an issue with my baby, can I play Afraid to Lose You to him? Or to her? You know what I mean? It's like I try to be with you at all times.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's how I think as a creative person.
Okay, great.
So what then would you say goes into creating timeless music?
I would say a lot of research, and you need to be in the right mood in terms of meditation.
Mood is important. I keep telling people that mood is
very
important.
important. Mood is it's a very, very important thing. You need to be in the right mood, in the right space, in the right ambience, with a great team too around you in terms of production. You know what I mean? You need to have a producer who understands you. I'm blessed. I mean, throughout my career too, I've worked with lots of producers who understand me from the get-go.
Okay.
Speak of the likes of Martino Keys, Kewa, Kwame Abua, Apietus, That Beat God, himself, Ashis. Yeah, he's quite a hand in the studio. He chants ideas, and it's been a group thing, and we thank God for the success.
What's the right mood for Kwabena Kwabena to make music? What would you say you would need beyond the team and the people around you that you mentioned, right? What other things do you need present? What other influences do you need present to give you or to create that mood for you to now get right into the music making spirit?
The environment is the first one. It needs to be a very serene one. It needs to be very peaceful. And then again, I need to have my medi right. Yeah, I need to have, I don't know how to explain it, but I need to be feeling okay.
Okay.
It's a feeling, right?
Yes, it's a feeling. It's a feeling, and it's an inspiration too. I must say, it's a blessing from above.
From God.
Yeah, it's a blessing from above. There are so many of these songs that when I come to in my sober moments, in my okay, I'm out of my alter ego. I'm like, oh wow, you get what I'm saying? So I mean that tells you that there is a spirit out there who actually help you to do these things.
Is there a song that you can pinpoint as one that really surprised you after you made it, and then after you got back to who you are in real life after
Be Quiet.
getting out of the Be
Yeah,
Quiet?
that's one of my favorite
Okay.
songs.
Yeah, it's the only song I have composed and written at a go.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Yes, like all 3 verses.
You were in the spirit.
Yeah. And chorus like at a go. It was between 4 a.m. up to about 6:30 a.m.
You're done.
Wow.
Everything was done. Like
Yeah.
it was written, arranged, and all I had to do was call him and be like, "Yo, I need to record a song."
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Okay,
nice.
still talking about mood, right? When you are out of the mood, you are not in that mind frame to,
Yeah.
put out music. What do you do? And also to Ashes, when you need him to be in that mood and he's not in that mood, how does it go? What's the communication like?
Okay, him first.
Okay.
You don't actually want to get him to do a song. It's not like something that you can
Get something.
like be here and press play. Go and do a song. Let's do the song. No, it doesn't work like that. We think about a lot of things. Sometimes we might be having a conversation. That's all. Charlie, this vibe go good though.
Yeah.
Then you leave it with him.
Okay.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
through the conversation, something comes up. Then you leave with him. Maybe he will be singing, try this one, yeah, this one. You just have to leave it like that, you know, and then he carries it on to the next level. Call the producer, then,
It gets done.
I remember one of the songs that came, he had already had ideas. I think the one we were in Belgium or so.
Yeah.
That song, yeah.
Wait on me.
Wait on me. It was in the studio, and then the guys just played a beat and.
That's on the new album, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We are waiting. Because I was going to say, do you have a song title Wait for Me? I haven't heard that. Okay. We'll be waiting.
Yeah, it's a.
They had it
But that's an adult music plus.
Hey.
Oh.
Censored already.
Yeah, wait. Already adult music.
It's adult music.
Then adult music plus. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We are waiting.
Yeah, please wait.
Anyway,
Okay, and then now to you.
Yeah.
When you are not in the
Um,
mood, what would you usually do?
What? Okay, I love to be with myself a lot. I like isolating myself a lot because that is the only moment I get to receive things. So I am not like, in the faces of people so much. But then I also like to, be behind my console and do some PlayStation sometimes.
It's very necessary. It's essential.
I still yet to understand what you get from
The
it.
men will know.
Yes,
It's
like,
essential.
I mean, it frees my mind.
Yes.
And then again, too, I love to watch movies too. Yeah, I love to watch movies. So if I'm not behind the console doing some PlayStation, I'll find a very good romantic movie or a very good action-packed movie. Yeah, it's these two. I mean, I love the thrillers. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, mine would have to do with passing it on. Now, I know that you're not going anywhere anytime soon. Definitely,
Yeah.
But you mentioned that Highlife, for example, as a genre, is a Ghanaian thing. I feel like a lot of us have lost touch with our roots. We're not students of the game. We don't learn,
Right.
our history. You need to understand where you're coming from to know where you're going, or to have an idea of where you're going. Now, we don't see a lot of our, legends, because I consider you to be one of them,
Oh, thank
to usually mentor people to take up, to understand or to be able to not replicate, but to also do well in that field, at a certain point, because definitely at a certain point, other people are going to phase out, and then you need to have someone to pass the baton on to. Now, what is your stance on mentorship, and is there anyone or are there any people that you have mentored throughout your career or are even currently doing?
Yeah, mentorship comes with interest. The person the mentee needs to have an interest in what he or she wants to be mentored to do.
Right.
And I see that because of recent times and how music has become and how everybody wants the streams. You see, the sense of artistry is fading out a little bit. People just want the clicks. People just want they're streaming my music.
Yeah.
So people are aligning to what they think people will stream more, other than the artistry. So it's not easy to find people to actually mentor. People don't actually come up to you to say, okay, we want you to mentor us to be able to.
That's disappointing.
Yes, exactly. Because at my time, I remember that there were so many of our legends that anytime I see, I'll go near them and I'll talk to them about. I remember one time, I was in a studio and Kodwenchi walked in. I was recording a song, and I actually approached him and I sang an idea to him, and he had to do some correction for me. I've met Papa Yankson, and he's taught me how to use the microphone on stage. I've met Amachi-Dede, and he's actually opened his door for me to come, rehearse with his band at home around La Paz. I've met Pat Thomas, who's spoken to me about vocals and how to be dynamic with your voice. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But then you don't see that lately. But then I can assure you that my daughter is the next big thing.
Oh, how old is she?
She's 16.
Okay. Oh, I see. They will tell you that I'm all for parents guiding their children through nepotism is such a great concept for me, because I think that if the child is passionate about it, there's no better person to hold that child's hand through than the parent. And so it's just exciting. But how did you discover that she had interest in music and then Highlife?
At first she was a bit shy singing for me to hear, until I actually sneaked in on her singing, and wow, she's a better voice than I am.
Oh,
Then we have
please, when is she coming out? Is she on the gospel
No.
album?
She's still 16. She's in senior high school.
Okay.
So I want to take my time. I want her to enter tertiary before I can start recording.
Outdoor hair.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exciting.
I know.
We are wait.
And
We really are
also
wait.
on the instrument.
Oh,
I didn't
they
want
are going to be
I
forming
didn't want
a
to talk
band.
about the boys because it's 13 and 10.
But they are
they're
both
still
on.
doing it.
Yeah, one is on trumpet, one is on
Still developing.
drums.
Oh,
So it's a
the
musical
KB
family.
band loading because you and your daughter are going to be singing and your sons are going to be doing their thing on
Yeah.
the instrument.
I see a producer in there.
How fulfilling is this for you?
It feels good because I'd say it's a tradition. I mean, we continue it. My dad was very musical. He never recorded anything. My mom as well, but they only did it in church. So yeah, in terms of music. So I feel like I thank God for helping me take the music to the next level in terms of being an out and out recording artist, and then I see that we can continue the tradition and then actually breed some more artists in the family.
Yeah. We are waiting. Yeah, very, very exciting. We are waiting on that. But a couple of hours ago, I saw that you posted to your social saying that you're going to be doing a few concerts in the US and then Europe as well.
That's right.
Tell us all about that, and then we come back into Ghana to the concert and the day that is synonymous also to Kwabena Kwabena as well.
It's our 20th anniversary this year, and matter of fact, Aso is 20 years old. You see, we circling everything around Aso because Aso was the lead song. Released of the first album in 2005, and we know how people all over the world have enjoyed Aso. People in the US, people in UK, UK crowd. They even say that it's the second national anthem of Ghana.
Yay!
People in Europe and all over the world have enjoyed this cult song so much. So we thought of visiting everybody out there with the music and celebrating the music with them and saying thank you for the support in the last 2 decades. We are so grateful to you all over the world. We are very Team KB is very, very grateful. So this is the whole idea. That's the reason why we're going out there. God willing, come March we will be in Norway.
Okay.
Yes, and
So the heading to Norway post.
yeah, we'll be in Norway, and then of course we'll do some other European countries. During the summer we'll be doing UK.
Okay.
And then of course we'll be doing US. Yeah, we start with Canada as well in the beginning of March. So we'll be all over the place.
So it's starting in March.
starting
Yeah,
in March.
yeah.
Okay, when is it ending?
It never ends.
Hey,
It never ends. We're going.
Okay.
You guys don't want me to have a holiday.
Okay.
But this is the I want to have a holiday.
Yeah, but so I want to just chip in and say,
Okay.
every promoter out there who wants to do some kind of business with us or bring us all to a community near you, our doors are open. ASO is 20 years and we want to do a worldwide tour, a
Okay.
nationwide tour,
Okay.
whatever to celebrate that giant
Awesome.
music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just put a number out?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. So if you're a promoter out there, you want to reach us and have a conversation, please call 0249 63 9641.
0249
63 9641.
41.
41.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
41. Yeah.
okay,
And
41.
call Albert. He would, he'll be kind to you.
Okay.
And we can all do business together.
Okay.
you
Now,
know.
because you say that you want to, Ashes, this will be to you. Okay.
Okay.
Because you say that the team wants to also push ASO at 20, right? And you're going to be performing in different countries.
Yeah.
Are you also thinking of crowning it finally?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
what are the plans? When is that going to be? Is that going to be another of the concerts that we
Sure.
have in December? Are you planning of doing
Yeah.
doing it before December? What are the plans?
So he IMAC'd August. That's when he released
Okay.
the ASO
Okay.
song. So he IMAC'd August for us to kick off officially.
Okay.
And then, like I said, we'll carry it wherever we have to carry it to. And surely December there will be a big High Life festival that we're
Okay.
thinking of
Okay.
this time around in December. We don't want to leave the fans hungry because we have hard calls. Why you guys not doing anything in December?
Why are you starving us?
Yeah, so there'll be a big High Life concert somewhere. It will be like a concert that everybody could come through.
Okay.
And jam.
In
A festival,
In
okay.
the spirit,
Festival,
in
yeah.
the spirit of shooting your shots with your mentors, I'm also a live performer.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm also a
Sell
live
yourself, please.
Yeah.
Please sell yourself, eh?
With
He's a
the
rapper,
High
actually.
Life Festival, we are doing it.
Yes, and I have high life music as well.
Yes. Because
Great,
the whole
great.
idea for the High Life music is to bring on board all young folks who love the High Life genre.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
they have it in their heart to actually take High Life to the next level. You know what I mean? So this festival, this High Life festival is for such persons. And then we surely will have our legends, most of our legends who actually began this over there.
Yeah.
And we'll be playing music recorded. We will relive music recorded in the 60s, music recorded in the 70s to the 80s,
Down
to the
to-
90s.
Are you going to be doing that rendition?
Yes, of course. I mean, I'll be
Okay,
performing.
okay,
Some
great.
other high life artists will be performing.
Okay.
Some. We're planning something to actually get us all to relive
That
our
moment.
culture.
Okay.
And
And that will also
what
be
we've enjoyed.
bridging that gap between like
Yeah.
the old and the
The
young,
young.
getting
That's
us
right.
to
Yeah.
getting the younger to experience the old,
Yeah.
and
That's
then
right.
you know,
And
that
then
would
also be
great.
comfortable doing High Life. Because
See,
I
yeah.
think that
To this thing you just said, what we are failing to understand is our biggest songs from time
Yeah.
has been High Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even this year,
Yeah.
last
last year.
all of our biggest songs, and I say all, go back and track,
All of us
has that high level element in there.
More hip life.
We've
And even
Yeah.
my favorite stories that sampled ASO.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
biggest song.
Yeah, that's true.
King Promise has a lot of high life songs.
Yeah.
They term it in a different way, but the elements of high life are clear
In
in,
there.
what they do. Kitty,
even Black
Kwame
Hole.
Using,
Yeah.
Black Hole, the new boy, what's his name?
Olive.
Kim Paluta.
Kim Paluta,
Who's-
Olive.
Yeah.
The other boy, the guy my boy, the one that wears your boy.
I'm at the J. I'm at the J.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them, listen to them.
I love that guy.
If the song that blues in Ghana that would get the maximum attention has that high life attention,
Yeah.
feeling it.
Element
Every
in
song
it.
that like goes to the roof and back
Yeah.
has high life.
For
in
me,
it.
It has the
it's
element
Yeah,
in
very
it.
soon
We should-
It's high life.
Yeah.
pure high
We
life.
should definitely.
Just that the boys want to
push
shy
that
away
now.
from it and look at it like it's a
It's for the
colonial
old
song.
people.
No, it's
I
not.
think that also then the responsibility should lie on the older generation to make it a cool thing, because I think the reason people think that it's locked up in a certain generation is because then we didn't make it cool for the young
I agree.
people to sing.
So now,
You know,
let me add to what you're saying. Nobody has to make it cool. Nobody. You have to make it cool. Afrobeat was
Right.
not what it was. They were not doing Afro beats. They were doing something different. When I used to trek Nigeria and back, they were doing hip life, they were doing other things. But the boys sat down and said, but fella did this, went to the world and back. Why are we not trying it? They tried it. Look at the Abena boys now. Look at their Davidos now.
Okay.
You know, they were not, all them boys didn't come up doing Afro beats. No, they were doing something different. And all that. But once they realized that this is what will take us to the next level, they jumped on it. And they're like right now, if you talk about the artists that makes the most sales, they're in Nigeria. Worldwide.
They found their identity.
Great. So what are you waiting for somebody to make it cool for you?
I think that it's
you gotta
also,
make it cool
it's
for
also
yourself.
because Ghanaians as a people can't stick to a single agenda. It's like
True.
no, it's
True. He's right.
We can't stick.
He's
to
right.
It.
Yeah.
We
We always want to leave it half baked for someone else to.
we
continue.
created one of the biggest genre across the world, Azonto. But somebody just came from somewhere and said, I'm doing Al Qaeda, I'm doing something. And then we washed it away. They carried it, they took it. And then they realized that, okay, this is it though. Or Mama could leave these people there, or Mama could take her own. They then jumped into Afro
And they're
beats.
doing there. Okay. So right now, Ashis, because of this conversation that you're saying, nobody has to make it cool, right? What would you say is the thing that the new crop of artists can do or should do to be able to also now further push high life and then also hip life?
So last week I was listening to BBC. They did a program on Teddy Osei. Is it Ted Matonto?
Yeah.
They did
Teddy
it.
Osei.
They gave him a 5-minute tribute. And like you would tear up listening to the world, how they celebrated a Ghanaian, how they saw Ghana music back then. We were like the torchbearers of music when Osibisa was in full glow. You know, they took that Ghanaian music to the world. They added a few elements from the western side, but they stuck to the Ghanaian rhythm. They didn't change it. They didn't change it. No, they were playing for the Queen. They were playing for what. They did not change the sound.
The authenticity was
Yes,
there.
they just sang in English. You know, if you play OCD, we are go.
That's my favorite
it has
song from them.
That high life in it. So it tells you something that it's here, but it's up to us to embrace it and look at it in a different life. That this is not, it's not a competition, but we are competing with ourselves. We Ghanaians. We compete with the sound, we compete with the music, we compete with the lyric, we compete with everything. We want to do it overly above something.
Everyone wants to own something.
Something. Why can't you just leave one thing, like he said, one agenda, and let's move one direction? We will all get there. Everybody will chop.
Everybody go chop. Now, also in embracing the genre, Kwabena, you've managed to keep the love night that you do on the 14th of February annually on top of people's minds, because should people think of music concerts, you know, that they want to attend on 14th of February, Love Night is definitely always a part of it. So tell us about sustaining this brand as well, because I'm looking at it as a different brand, a separate brand, but a branch of Kwabena Kwabena as well, but separate because you've been able to exclusively build that.
Right. First, we want to say a big thank you to our major sponsors, Vitamilk, for the support over the years. You know, it's something which was born in 2014. We used to call it F14, and you know, we did it until 2017, and you know, I went into a little crisis, and it was on hold for 3 years. We came back to it in 2000, and then COVID also hit.
2020.
2020. And then, but then after 2020, 2021, it came back in full flight, and ever since we did 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, and now we're in 2025, and it's still coming on. And would like to say a big thank you to the fans out there, because they've been consistent with me. They've always come out on the 14th of February, that's on Valentine's Day, to come and celebrate love with me. I love a lot.
We can tell.
As someone who gets a lot of inspiration from love, what would be your definition of love?
Love is selfless, and love is sacrifice.
People don't like to hear that bit.
Yes, it is.
It is what it is.
That's why it is difficult to find love. That's why it's not easy to find love. That's why in the Bible it states clearly that he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. So
Preach.
It's not easy to find somebody to love, because men are the ones who are tasked to love a woman.
Oh.
Yes.
So what are women supposed to do then?
You just need to be submissive.
And respect. So.
Okay.
Yes.
So is that to say that women should not say I love you too?
No, you see, that's
Just asking.
that's basic. You see, God created a woman in a manner which makes her be able to love any man who makes her comfortable.
Thank you. Oh,
But Lenny, but I think that
this
I
is
think your
this is an
thank-
award for you.
your-
Okay, correct.
Lenny, your thank you is coming from.
Hey.
It's coming from.
Hey.
It's not coming
You see,
from.
Please.
you see,
Wherever
I
it's
like
coming
to-
from, it's coming.
You see, I like to speak to men out there. It's very basic. It's very, very basic. A woman doesn't have, not to say women can't love. Women do love.
They can't love.
Yes, but they love a man who makes her comfortable.
Yeah.
I think we need to
In terms
put
of our
comfort
riches,
in context.
in terms of what?
Why are you putting comfort in context?
Let me tell
You don't need to
something.
put it in context.
It's
You see,
subjective in
you see,
ways.
it's subjective. When you love somebody or when you love something, you be your best
Right.
to the
You
person.
take care of it.
You get what I'm saying? When I say you take care of her,
Yes.
I hear for chinya bi didi bi echi.
Yeah.
Okay? And such nyina so
And
nya.
your pet.
Yeah.
So it can't be the same. But once na when you share kura opusa wonsem.
Ah, okay. Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So every man must understand the fact that if you say you love a certain woman, you must be responsible to her to a certain level.
Agree.
It's
Oh,
very important.
You are singing my song this
It's very
morning.
important. You cannot
Tema.
turn a blind eye.
No matter be saying there's something no, they know you get a thing.
No, listen. Like I'm saying, and a woman who wants to be kept will be kept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying
Yes,
to say?
absolutely.
I understand the fact that yes, some women actually love certain things, and if you can't meet those standards, they don't let
Sharp.
that woman
Sharp.
be.
Yeah.
Because that woman is
Why are you
not
not
for-
cheering
I
for
agree.
that
No,
one?
I agree. No, I agree.
I'm not cheering for that one.
No, I agree.
I agree.
Yes.
No, that's
There's
what he
some-
means also when he says that in Satya Nyepe.
Nyepe.
So as a woman, you know who is good for you. As a man,
Exactly.
you also know to which extent
Then
you can
you can
provide
go
for a
provide
woman.
for a
So
certain
you
woman.
go for that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Your
But
coach
there should
according
be a
to your
level
size.
of provision.
Yeah.
At least you must do your best for the woman you love. If your best is not enough for her, please let her walk.
Yeah.
Hey.
And find what works for her. I agree. I wish I could.
You
Let's
break her heart with
F5.
In fact, I want
Okay.
the F5.
You
Yes.
see the people.
It's very basic.
Oh, because that
Very,
mama
very
has
basic.
preached.
Yes.
If there's
So-
anything you're taking away,
Okay, so if I also say it that way, so woman, if your best is not enough, please let me walk.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
It works.
absolutely, yes.
You said the tone
I
for the rest of the
Absolutely.
day.
Exactly.
Yes.
I mean, I
It
just,
goes in and out.
There
It's
you
a
go.
two-way street.
Both ways. I agree. If I'm unable to meet it and you are doing more, you'll be unhappy.
see-
But
Yeah.
because of love, you can't tell me.
Wait,
But
oh.
you are stressing.
Wait, oh.
In the other way, vice
What I said
versa.
has a caveat on it too.
What's the caveat?
When I say your best is not enough, let me walk. Are you ladies really sure you're going to let that happen? Okay, suppose I'm in a relationship with you. There are certain things you don't do, but I am in a relationship with you. We started before I realized that no, some styles I define some things you know if you do, and I start tapping into somebody who's actually doing it.
That's
That's
not
saying.
that's not what we are
So
talking about.
let me go before you start tapping.
Exactly.
Red flag, please. Let me go
You
before
guys,
you start
you
tapping.
guys ask a question about love.
Love, yes.
You see, this is why love is difficult. You see, and I said first that it is sacrifice
And it's selfless.
and selfless.
Selfless.
Okay?
Yeah.
So if this two is working, you both will gel. Because one, you both are selfless. Two, you both are sacrificing. You have that sense. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you are not thinking about you are being content with what he's providing. Because say the way a bear man you are not providing anything at all. Yeah, it's no, that's a no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will not advise my sister to be with a man who is not providing anything at all.
Yeah.
But I will advise my sister to stay with a man who is doing his best for you. So you know his best. You know
puts
his
you
salary
first.
is 1,000 cedis. Don't go and carry wig which is sold for 10,000.
Thank you.
And tell him to buy.
Thank you. Thank you. So that has to do with
You know what
also
I'm saying?
knowing how far you can go.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Knowing how
I
far
agree.
you can go.
But Kwabena, because we are having this chat, right? Are you going to have a love talk as part of the love nights? You know, as part of the music, all the music that you're going to be giving us on the 14th of February.
Yeah, it is something which we'll be doing through music. We'll be introducing some songs.
Okay.
And we'll have a conversation. Yes, this year we have a little dynamism in terms of our performance, and it's one of the things that you the fans need to look out for. I'm thinking about how we are going to talk about love, because I see myself as an ambassador.
Yes.
An ambassador.
The love ambassador.
Of love,
So.
yes, because it's not easy. See, we must understand that it's not something which is easy to find. You know, so that's the reason for these breakups and all these problems we are having. And when you do find it, it is special. It's beautiful, and you enjoy it.
It's happening at the Grand Arena on the 14th of February.
This is a Friday.
It's a Friday. You don't have an excuse, eh?
It's a Friday.
You truly don't have an excuse.
It's love night.
So the men, please buy some flowers.
And buy tickets.
And buy tickets. The ticket information is here. *714*1010#. Okay,
right.
*714*1010#, or lovenightconcert.com and grab your ticket.
And we have tables. We've done some special tables for the loved ones as well. We have a table for 2. We can still create table for 4, table for 6, but then the major tables are table for 2 and then table for 8.
Right. Okay.
You know, and we have some special numbers you can call.
Okay.
If you call these numbers, some beautiful ladies will actually respond. And then they'll take your details, and then you get to reserve a table. You can call this number 055 110 3393.
Okay.
055 110 3393, or you can call 050 516 3674.
Okay.
050 516 3674.
Okay.
You call these
All
numbers to reserve a table.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Kwabena.
Before we go, I just wanted to rehash the thing. I would love to see myself.
Okay.
on
Please,
stage.
it's very important to you. We beg.
Of course.
Thank you very
this,
much.
This festival, this Highlife Festival coming up is for the
Okay,
lives of-
thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much. And then also, I'll just say thank you and thank Ashis. Thanks, Kwabena, and thanks,
you.
Ashis,
Yeah.
for the contributions that you have made to Ghana music, and then also for the eons of years that you've put into working on the brand, on music, on pushing Ghana music, on pouring your heart into your art. Thank you.
Thank you so
very
much,
very
darling.
much.
Thank
And
you.
thanks for coming once again. Guys, we have been having an interesting conversation with Kwabena and Ashis. We have to go. But if you joined midway or if you're just joining us, the full conversation is on our YouTube, okay? So find it on there as well. It has been a great week coming to you on Culture Daily, and we will catch you, fingers crossed, and God willing, next week. Remember to stay safe this weekend. It's been Lenny Lamonte, Kojo Trip, and it's still far on Culture Daily, and we'll catch you next week. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.
Culture Daily was brought to you by Telecel.